Hi, everybody. This is Jeffrey. This is Ripe Color, and this is the daily reading for Wednesday, November 17th. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, press the bell for notifications. I offer private readings. I offer private readings in person or on Zoom. The information is below. I also offer IET, which is a healing modality which will help you to move energy, transform energy, and make it into something more useful. Okay. I have a lot of announcements. Please, both of those links will take you to my website, which is ripecolor.com. I design and manufacture, well, I hand paint textiles, lip paintings and scarves, and et cetera, et cetera. I also have handmade t-shirts as well as astrology t-shirts, all available below. Now, starting on the 18th, I am going to be collaborating for the daily readings with Nancy Jean from Nancy Jean's Garden. So the garden is basically a grid that she came up with, and the grid, it's almost like a board game in a way. Well, I don't want to make light of it. I don't know. So, it's flat. It's a piece of fabric actually, and then it has grids, and this means that, and that means this. And she throws crystals, and they symbolize different things depending upon where they fall upon the grid. Even though a garden, we call the whole thing a garden, the grid is another thing. Anyway, so we're going to be collaborating, and we've been pre-taping, and I think it's coming out really good. And it's like a different perspective. It's more of it's more rounded in a way, it's larger. And it's a general reading. It's a general reading for, the collective. The other thing I want to say is that my weekly readings are going to be available to members. So the membership tab should be around. And so it's so you get to watch the videos commercial free. And it's like $2.99 a month. Or if you want to buy me a cup of coffee and a croissant, it's $6.99 or $7.99 a month. I can't remember. And then if you join at like $25 a month, I think it's $24.99. You'd get an additional 10% off on my website. And, some of my things, they're already discounted. Like if you buy more than one, you get a discount, and then it would be an additional 10%. So that's that. So please join. And then, the other thing is, because you're not going to be seeing me alone every day, and you're not going to see me weekly. I mean, I'm still going to do the monthlies. If you have ideas of other things I can do that I can put up for the general public, then give me ideas. And eventually, once I have enough fans, I'm going to take some of that money and put it into some production, or have somebody help me, because I would really like to make meditation videos actually. And then that'll be available for fans, for members. And that way, for me, meditation has completely and utterly transformed my life. If I have to point to one thing, that's the one thing. That's the one thing. And it's really been about consistency. That's really the key. That's really the key to everything, in my humble opinion. Furthermore, what else do I have to say? There's nothing else I have to say. Yeah, at the moment. I got some chicken in the oven. It didn't come out as good as it was supposed to. I don't know what I did. Like, the chicken is kind of like chewy. I don't know. The vegetables are fine. I don't know. Sometimes it's like, what you did wrong in a recipe. And sometimes it's like, a recipe, it all comes out of my head. It's different every day. But sometimes it's like, well, I think I did this wrong. Okay. But sometimes it's like, well, I don't know. Didn't I usually make it like this? Why is it like kind of chewy? Anyway, I don't want to throw it away. So I'm going to eat it. Okay, let's see what is going on. And please join. It would really help me out a lot, to tell you the truth. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So now I do it opposite. Our favorite card in the favorite position, as always. Okay, I already got it. So, he is very reliable. He's going to stand out there in the snow. He's going to stand out there in the rain. If he's building a foundation, it's made out of concrete. He doesn't care if it's raining. He doesn't care if it's hailing. He doesn't care if you have the wrong concrete. We have to redo it. We have to redo it. We have to do it. He doesn't care. He's going to get it done. Right. And I think that actually what I think this really is because he is so like determined and steadfast and reliable and practical that, there's a certain reliability. There's a reliability to him. And I think because, this card comes up so often in this position for this, like this incarnation of my channel, which, I've done the one-on-ones and I'm, alone. And this is my last day doing it alone, at least for a while. We'll see. I think, like the people who've been watching it regularly, as I've been building something, I've been building something, I've been building something, I've been building something, and I'm working toward it, and I put effort into it, and I do it every day, and, generally. Like I've been building this channel, like I've been building other things in my life. And I think because this is our last day together alone, my darling, I'm not exactly cheating on you. I think there's a gift that's to be offered. And I think the gift that's to be offered is you're going to be met by your mirror. To be met by your mirror. To be met by the same thing you put out. To be met by somebody who's as determined, as steadfast, as reliable, as I think that's because you've been doing this and it, been consistent in it. I think that's what you're going to attract. Somebody who has like that work ethic, that patience, that reliability, that practicality. I think that's what you're going to be met with. Just look, here we are, and and this is the gift, the healing, right? It's really nice. It's really nice. It's a good interpretation too. You know how I am. Yeah. So don't look, and I have another page. So, I have two really lovely pages, and pages, they're young and like the energy is young. So it's unformed, it's immature, but it's got the seed of it in it. It's got the beginning of it. It'll only grow. So the energy is that of intuition, of healing, of practicality, of security. Another page. Wow. It's kind of the beginning of something new. It is the beginning of something new that really kind of feeds you on all levels because you've been so consistent. You show up every day, show up every day, show up every day. You ever watch that thing? There's this guy on YouTube that they have, and there was this area that was a desert. It's somewhere in India. I don't know where it is. And he, has been planting trees there for 20 years. So you can imagine when he first started, it's like you plant the tree and the wind comes and it blows it away. And then you plant the tree. And he's got, it's not a continent big, but he built the forest. It's like, just keep showing up, just keep on showing up. It's like, you show up when you don't feel like it. You show up when you do feel like it. You show up, you show up, you show up, just show up. You show up for your life. You show up, and this is really weird. Not weird, but this is my interpretation. You show up to honor those you've lost. That's why you're showing up. That's why you show up. You show up to honor the ones you lost. That's why you show up. You don't have to say anything. It's not a big poo-poo-poo. You have to show everyone you're bringing the flowers, It's all what's going on in here. It's not what's going on out there. It's what's going on here. And sometimes, the best I can do you know, when people have passed is like, honestly, I know this sounds a little strange. It doesn't sound strange to me. This is kind of like, this whole thing is like turned into a little bit of a personal reading, honestly, for me, which I don't really do, which I can't really do. Maybe I have to have the camera on. The best I can do is to take care of myself the best I can. That's the best I can do today. And that's really good. That's tremendous. And that's honoring the people who have helped me in the past. That's really my truth. That's really my truth. And I don't really talk about this, but, you know, so, you know, I mean, you know, I'm gay. And I was 58. I wasn't 30. I know, surprise, surprise. I look fantastic. I grew up in New York. I've lived here my whole life. I've been out of the closet since, I don't know, 16, which is the 70s, darling. So I buried so many people. I can't even begin to tell you how many people I buried. It's like half the people I knew died. It's as simple as that. Not like it is. And of course, the most interesting and the most fabulous and the most generous, kind, funny, creative, I feel like I'm the last in a long line of queens, truly. And I don't remember everyone's name. I really don't. I'm not saying that to be all flippant. I just can't. You know, it's just so. Me continuing with my life and doing the best I can and showing up and giving you what I have is how I honor them. That's what's going on. You know, and maybe you can relate to that. And, you know, we all deal with loss on one level or another. And, you know, I think the thing that maybe feeds them on the other side or, you know, delights them, let's say, is us living our best life. That's what I think. That's what I'm holding on to. And that's what keeps me going. Because I have to tell you, I lived in a state of, I can't get out of bed for many, many years. I mean, I pretended and I went to work and I did what I needed to do to keep the roof above my head and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But nothing ever felt right. Nothing ever fit right. Nothing ever tasted right. Nothing ever was right. And that lasted for well over 10 years. So in a lot of ways, I didn't really even come out of this overwhelming sense of loss and of grief for 10 years. So it's as if my life really sort of, in a way, restarted around 2000, give or take. And then, you know, 9/11, it kind of like brought me back. And, you know, I picked myself up yet again. And I picked myself up many, many, many times. And I'm very grateful that I have the courage and the strength and the wherewithal and the, and that spirit's been with me the whole time, whether I knew it or not. So anyway, now you know a little bit more about me. And all the effort you've been putting in and all the hope against hope that you've been doing and showing up for. And, you know, so that's why like this whole what's going on in the world, like I really get how overwhelming it is for people. But honestly, I've been here before. I've been here before. So maybe I'm a little bit, maybe I have more experience in dealing with it, right? You walk around in the fog of the depression, and then one day you realize that there's a window in the room. This is the way it went for me. This is my own personal experience. This is what happened for me. Maybe it'll help you. Hope so. One day I realized there was a window in the room and that I could actually open the window, let the air in and let the sunlight in. And I'd been in the same room for a long time, but I wasn't aware that there was a window. And yeah, I think you're ready to see the window and open the window when you're ready. But you just got to keep on showing up. You got to keep on showing up, whether you feel like it or whether you don't feel like it, whether you look good, whether you don't look good, whether you got something to wear, whether you don't got something to wear, right? In a good mood, in a bad mood, with somebody, without somebody. That's what he's about. And that's what this is about. This is about it coming to meet you. It coming to meet you. That's what this is about, right? That's what this is about. And there's this whole sense of newness coming through and letting go of the past. You know, the grief, there's a season for the grief, and the season for the grief can be over if you need for it to be over. If you choose for it to be over right now, it could be over and you could turn around. If you need to still stand there by the river and grieve, then do that. I'm not saying that, but I feel like there's a choice right now, right at this moment, to heal, right? To bring it into balance. It's not for everyone right now, which is fine. But know that it's there, that you could tap into it at any time. You know, because we all have choices. We all have choices. You want to tap into it, you can. If you're not ready, then don't be. Then it'll be there. And like him, right? It'll be there. Worry not. It'll be there. So I don't know what I'm going to name it. God bless. I'm very grateful and I'm very fortunate. I'm very grateful and I'm very fortunate. And I don't want to play this like I'm some sort of victim or anything like that. I witnessed this an incredible thing. And now at this place and this point in my life, I don't know how to say without cursing. It's so hard for me. I can't even tell you how hard it is for me not to curse. I can't even begin to tell you. I am so blanking grateful and full for the life that I do have and the abundance that I do have and the love that I do have and the gifts that I do have and the compassion and the joy, really at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you know, yeah, I have my moments where I'm like this and like that, but overall, it really is a life of joy. It really is. It's a life of joy and gratitude. And really? Really? Yeah. Yeah. Really. Really. Yeah. And the way I got there was really through meditation. It was really through like saying, I don't know what I'm doing. Will you please take this from me and will you transform me and give me new thoughts and give me new things? And because I don't know what I'm doing, I give up. I give up. Even though I don't believe in you, I'm going to do this. Like that was my energy, really, truthfully, honestly. And something happened, you know, I was wrong. What do you know? I was wrong. Anyway, let me read from the love book. I don't really, you know, I don't. Look how lovely. This, well, of course, I did pick it because some of them were so long and so like, oh, I'm nothing without you. Oh my God. There is but one genuine love potion. Da, 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 da. Consideration. That's the truth. That's very, very simple and very, very, very profound. There is but one genuine love potion. Consideration. There you go. Menander, who was Greek, 1342 to 292 BC. Lovely. Oh, perfect timing. Blessings. Thanks for tuning in. Allow yourself to be met by your equal. Allow yourself to have a mirror image of yourself come and greet you. Right. The persistent one. Blessings.